Hi everyone, I am Mauro Bordignon and I am the head of H Farm Sport Academy. Welcome to this wonderful interview. When I see a 15-year-old brilliant on the pitch, that is struggling on the classroom, I suffer a little bit. Not because of the grades, but because I think that they are living half a life and they are learning from half a life. Because the discipline you learn doing or kicking 100 free kicks is the same discipline that you learn when you are struggling on the math problems. What we want is that our kids don't need to choose between sports and education about their future. We want to fuse sport and education in one journey because we think that we can develop a completely human being and not just a football player or a student. These kids have an incredible discipline, incredible self-discipline, work ethic, and teamwork skills. For sure, they must improve them, but they are, 16 years old. But usually, these kids are forced to be a kind of two people, one in the morning when they study at school and one in the afternoon when they are playing on the pitch, instead of one complete person. That is why they need something that is radically different, completely different. We need something, an holistic approach that gives them the opportunity to grow as student athletes. And since the ball career is really demanding, we need to place them in the condition to face it in the balanced way and in the way that can be sustainable over the long term. So sport and education must be both fully committed to the same goal. And the same goal is the development of the person through their own tools and their own pathway. The mindset for the student athletes is really important. Probably it's the most important part. And what they need is grit. Grit is not just a buzzword, because grit is passion plus persistence. And it's quite easy when you are 14 years old to have a passion. But what is difficult is to be persistent. Is, to don't stop when you're tired. Is study after a match. Is supporting your teammates when you are on the bench and you would like to play. And this is really the hard part. And so what we want to do, or what we can say is a kind of magic ingredient, is that we want to support our kids in their own journey, through their own agency. Because if they choose what they want, if they choose why they are here, if they choose to work hard, this is the right way. And what we usually say is that we just walk beside them. Since day one, this sport staff and school staff started to work together, and we do really work together. So first of all, we decided to throw away the traditional schedule, that is class in the morning and training on the pitch in the afternoon, building a timetable that support better both the sides of their life. So if you play Wednesday and you come back in the night, Thursday morning you will sleep more. And so every single week we decide together how to adjust. And so we can decide, for example, that Wednesday morning, Wednesday is the day of our match, if it's better to have a lesson, or if it's better to have recovery, or if it's better to have a video analysis. Why? Because we decide together not just the timetable, but sometimes the content of our H Farm Lab sessions. H Farm Labs are labs that we develop to better support the double career of the students athletes. So, for example, we can decide that next Thursday, the kids need an H-Farm lab session about how to play better together, about team working, or about discipline and self-discipline. On top of it, we have our academic coordinator, and think of her as a bridge between the football world and academic world. And so Sonia, when a coach say we need the kids for an extra training, she tried to figure out how to offer them the opportunity without sacrificing education. I think that the real difference is not the diploma that the students can have at the end of our pathway, is that our kids know how to fail and get back up. Why? Because they've studied it. During our H-Farm labs, we spend time seeing videos about important sport players, Michael Jordan, Ronaldo, Kobe Bryant, that explain how they failed and how they get back up. And they live the failure multiple times. And in front of everyone on the pitch, they've learned that when a plan A doesn't work, we can imagine a plan B, or we can imagine a plan C. So they will leave our school knowing that they can imagine different solutions and they can adapt their life to different options and overcome the difficulties. So they discover that they can learn anything, whether that is calculus, maths, that is always maths, or a new position in the field. When a parent asks me why should I choose H-Farm Sport Academy for my kid, usually I tell them straight, directly, your kid probably won't become a professional sport player. The percentage is very, very low. But we can promise that their kids will become a complete adult, a whole person. And as I said before, we don't protect them from the failure. It's something that the parents always ask, protect them from the failure. We prepare them how to face failure and how to navigate failure. They must pass and grow from the failure, because life is full of setbacks, and they need to understand this. And let me say, develop those muscles. And so here the students don't, let me say, come just for football or just for study. They come here because they don't want to sacrifice sport and they don't want to sacrifice academic side. In H-Farm Sport Academy, our kids, our student athletes don't have to kill football dreams for academics or sacrifice their possibilities for the future for sport, because they can have both. It's not just a possibility. This must be something that we offer for sure to the parents. And through this double career, they will develop their discipline, their resilience, they will create a network, and so they will be at the end ready for the future that they want to try to face. That could be, I want to try to be a professional, or I want to be a student at university.